The whole list is based off of like, this whole list is based off of how easy would it be to get to a high rank with these characters. So if we're thinking, if you as a viewer, you watching this, I'm talking to you. If you picked up a character and you wanted to get to Tekken King, which character would be easiest for you to do it with? I don't feel like Reina would come to your mind if you wanted to do this. It feels wrong to me. Like, I feel like if you, or me, I'll use me as an example. If I just want to get to a free rank with no effort, I feel like she'd be so low on that list of characters you'd actually want to pick up. I can't, like, all of these characters would be like 1,000 points ahead of Azu. Alright. Okay, listen. I'm sick of it, alright? I logged onto rank this morning to play for fun, and I got like 3 Alicas, 3 Junes, 3 Kings. Like, the characters in ranked are insane. Everyone's cheesing, everyone's playing these characters, alright? And here I am with Jin. And listen, I think Jin's like not even the most honest. Like, Jin has a lot of BS in this game. He has a lot of like overpowered stuff. But even Jin is like, I feel like I'm outmatched. Alright, everyone else is playing like this insane Tekken 8 with like all these insane strings and all these insane gimmicks. Alright, so I need a secondary. I need to find a new character who I can play for easy wins. Because, you know, sometimes you just want to get on and you just want to play a character and just get easy wins and not have to try at all. I feel like I'm working too hard as Jin. And Jin was supposed to be easy. He's supposed to be brain dead. So we need a new character. So you know what we're going to be doing today? We're going to be making a tier list, all right? We're going to be figuring out who are the easiest characters to win with in ranked. Who are the easiest characters to win with in ranked just for free points, all right? Because I'm sick of trying, okay? It's time for cheese. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. So we're going to be making this list, seeing how it goes. So this isn't really going to have to be do with like how good a character is. It doesn't really matter how good a character is, especially in ranked. This is more going to be catered to, I won't say high ranks, but kind of like mid ranks, like red ranks, orange ranks, blue ranks, purple ranks, like that kind of area. Because despite what some Tekken YouTubers and influencers will say, the tier list has absolutely nothing to do with ranked mode. But character viability does not matter at all unless you're in the highest rank or a tournament player. If you're not a tournament player, the character ranks literally essentially mean nothing about how good a character is. Every character can destroy you. So this is going to have nothing to do with character viability. And like I said, it's going to be kind of catered towards like the mid to high ranks, kind of where I'm at. And yeah, this is for me. This is for you guys. Because listen, if you're playing an honest character in this game and you want the free wins, it's time to switch. Because some characters in this game are cheating. All right, there's a lot of characters in this game who are cheating. Starting with King. King is cheating. Like, I've talked about it a lot in my difficulty tier list. I think he is a lot more difficult to play than people give him credit for. But again, this doesn't really have anything to do with viability or difficulty. King is cheating. King just gives you free wins. I'm sorry. I think this character, even though a lot of people mash against him, breaking grabs is just so ridiculously hard, especially if you're a new player. I'd say probably 95% of people in mid ranks, even me, I'm in the high blue ranks, almost Tekken King. People still can't break grabs. My grabs are like 50-50. I'm not even that great at them. And do you know how to break his chain throws? Like, no one does. So King is a little bit ridiculous. Like, I could play King. And yeah, I do, like I said, I do think King is hard, but the time you have to put in to learn King is probably going to be worth it with the reward you'll get. You'll get like such a huge reward. Or weekend execution, we're counting everything. Like, even though King has a lot of execution and he can be hard to play, if you learn him, it just feels like you get free wins. So King should be an A tier. I feel like maybe we could move him down, but I don't know. It seems like King is just like doing so much in this game. He could be in either of these two. He could be here, but yeah, it's just insane. Insane how easily you can win on this character. What else do we have? Jack. Jack is pretty easy he's pretty easy. You get pretty free wins with him just because he's so unpopular. Like, no one is playing this character at all. Like, literally no one's playing this character. So no one knows how he functions. I don't think he's that particularly strong anymore. I feel like a lot of people are figuring him out. But no, he has a launching throw. No one knows what they're doing against him. He has the stance 50-50, 10-frame heat smash. Jack is pretty ridiculous, I feel. Like, you can get so many free wins on this character. Even though he does kind of play fundamental Tekken, it's just the lack of matchup knowledge. No one knows how to play against this character. It feels like no one does. Okay, I'm just gonna rank the most. I'm gonna start with the easiest wins. Zhao Yu, Jesus Christ. Actually, I could move King down, but Zhao Yu, I don't know What else to say that hasn't been said already? It doesn't matter that she's difficult to play. This character is just so bullshit. I kind of want to learn Xiaoyu, but I don't know. She just seems too boring to me. Oh my god, this character is just probably the biggest matchup check in the game. One of the hardest matchups to learn in the game. She's like insanely complicated, ridiculously complicated to learn. It doesn't help that she's super OP. Her stance literally like evades everything. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Like, Xiaoyu is just so ridiculous. No one plays her, so no one knows the matchup. Imagine Jack. No one plays Jack, but like he's only a little bit cheesy. No one plays Xiaoyu, and she has the most bullshit in the game. I actually started one and dunning kings and Xiaoyus. Yeah, these characters in rank mode are just like it's ridiculous how strong these characters are if you don't know the matchup. So, if you want free wins, these characters can help you out a lot. Holy shit. And yeah, you guys were right. I could move King down to easy wins. Maybe I will, but I don't know. Like, a lot of people argued that, like, oh, because everyone mashes, it's hard to get him with his grabs. But I don't actually think that's true, especially with counter hit grabs. If you just, like, are smart enough and you know how to land, like, one counter grab or just, like, use basic jab pressure, it feels like it's super, super, super easy to get value on King. Anyway, I'm talking about King again. Who else is super easy to win? June. Jesus Christ, this character is too much. Holy, best heat smash in the game. But forget about the heat smash, it's just strings. June has like such insane strings. Insane, she has her, what's that? I don't know what the move is called, but it's like the homing high. And once you get into it, it's like +6 on block and it takes her into her stance. Guaranteed mix up, you have to eat it. Strings upon strings upon strings, you don't know when to duck. Heat smash, she chugs her fucking, main man's been saying she chugs her Estus flask. I was watching his video on her. She heals so much. Infinite range projectile for her heat smash, so you have to just sit there and do nothing. And it's like, she's like Devil Jin, except she's problematic all the time. Like, Devil Jin could also be argued for being up here. Personally, I think he's more around here. But Devil Jin is only OP and busted when he's in heat. But June is like all the time. Strings, strings, strings. Matchup check, matchup check. It's just like, oh my god, she gives such free wins. It's unreal, like, how easy it is to win on this. Yeah, you're right. It never feels like it's your turn. It feels pretty ridiculous. This character needs to be toned down, but I don't know. June is the character I'm actually considering playing because, like I said, I want one character just to have, because I'm playing Jin. I want one character where I can just turn my brain off and get easy wins, and June is super easy. Like, out of all these characters, June is probably the easiest. So I don't know. June might be our pick for now. I'm not sure. Who else is super easy and brain dead? Oh my god. Fuck Hwoarang, bro. You guys all know what I think about this character. It doesn't matter that he might not be that strong in this game. If you don't know the matchup, it's just an automatic loss. Like, just an automatic loss. Like, it's pretty ridiculous. Hold on, let me turn a viewer count on. Oops. It's pretty ridiculous. I despise this kid. I despise this character. Anyone, like, it's so free. Like, strings. People in the higher ranks might know how to deal with him, but in the lower ranks, people have no idea what they're doing against him. It's too easy. Like, it's... This character is like... This is like the original matchup check in Tekken. He's always been a matchup check, but now in Tekken 8, because of chip damage, it just feels like he's so much stronger. This character, every time I play him in ranked, I'm just like, I just want to die. Any of these characters are just like, if you ran into them in ranked and you just wanted to like never play the game again, I'd understand. Like, these characters are too much. Make another tier for AOP and Flamingo. Wait, that's actually not a bad idea. That's actually not a bad idea. Wait. Okay, why is it... There we go. You know what? You're right. You're right. These characters are the cheapest in this game, okay? I'm sorry. If you're a Legacy player and you want to disagree and dislike the video, go for it. Yes, if you've been playing Tekken since the 90s, you might know the Hwoarang matchup, but otherwise, this character is just ridiculous in how many free wins he gives you. This tier is kind of a troll. They're realistically down here, but Jesus, it's too much. Kuma! I'm sorry. Kuma and Panda. Like, the bear gotta go. Yes, exactly. The Kuma and Panda are the classic idea of, like, if you just think this is a viability tier list, they might not be that strong, but it's just, oh my god, such free wins. Like, you'll see, like, YouTubers, never play Tekken before, pick up Kuma and Panda, and they make it to, like, purple ranks. Like, that's how, it's a joke how it's a joke how much these characters carry you. Because if you don't know the matchup, they just flop around and they spin and they do all their random lows. Oh my god, it's unreal. It's unreal. Carried by knowledge checks. Yes, carried by knowledge checks. Dragunov is an interesting one. Actually, I didn't talk about Deviljin. I'm going to talk about Deviljin more in a little bit. Dragunov is an interesting character because unlike the rest of these characters, in terms of matchup checks, I don't believe Dragunov does have a ton of matchup checks. What Dragunov has is he plays Tekken, but he's on fucking steroids. And not just a little bit of steroids, but an unbelievable amount of steroids. I don't think Dragunov actually has as many gimmicks as a lot of other characters, but he just had, instead of that, he doesn't need gimmicks because he has the best Tekken tools in the game by far. He has Hatchet. I don't know why he has that now. While running 2, back 1+2. You can sidestep him, but learning what to sidestep on this character is so difficult. It's no coincidence that this is the most played character in high ranks, and he has the highest win rate in the game right now. I think he has the highest win rate in the game right now. If not, he's up there. It might be Fenway, but oh my god, Dragunov just gives such free wins right now. He's so insanely strong. The importance of having a perfect grab game in Tekken 8 is super important. He has him and King are probably the characters with the 2 best grab games in the game, I'd say right now. It's unreal. Amazing grabs, amazing tools, amazing chain. Yeah, he has chain throws, amazing heat smash, amazing plus frames pressure, amazing approach options, amazing poke, like amazing lows. What doesn't this character have? Seriously, like this character has everything. So actually, if we're talking about like which character I'm gonna pick up, I think Dragunov is actually the most likely. So far at this tier list, I might just pick up Dragunov because he can still play basic Tekken and he still has amazing tools. You can still like, I don't know, he still feels like a little bit like Tekken. Like these characters, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. These characters are playing some different game. So yeah, I think Dragunov is our current winner for characters I'm going to pick up. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I talked about Deviljin too much. A lot of people have a lot of problems with Deviljin. He's only on steroids when he's in heat. He plays traditional 50-50. Yes, he's very annoying and he's really, really strong, but I don't know. I just don't feel like he's on the same level as these characters in terms of just like, I feel like you can't turn your brain off on Dragunov. You really can't. Although he does feel a little bit cheap. His heat smash is absolutely ridiculous. Launching Hell Sweep is ridiculous. But he is a Mishima. Mishimas will always have that aspect of like, yes, you need electrics, you need a good wave dash, but he is, you could argue Deviljin being up here with these guys as well. Yoshi and easy wins, absolutely. This character is no, I'm putting him probably in free wins. The nerf might put him a little bit lower. It's hard to say. He could be in either of these two. I don't know. The Yoshi mains always hate me, no matter what I say. Sorry to interrupt the video, but if you guys are enjoying this and want to support me, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'm unfortunately not a big enough channel to get sponsorships yet, so the best way you can support me is by pressing that subscribe button. Only about 9% of my viewers are subscribed, so it really supports me and it really goes a long way. It's free to do, and you can always change your mind later. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Is Yoshi as cheesy as these characters? Maybe not. Does have tons of unblockables. Pretty damn gimmicky. I don't know. Yoshi's between here and here. I'll keep him here for now, but Yoshi's on my ranks are 3-1, 3-2, 1-2, 1+2. Yeah, they all spam the same broken strings. Like Devil is easy, so is Yoshi. Alright, yeah, that's fair enough. Who else do we have that is insanely strong? Victor. Oh my god, Victor. I think Victor is, personally, this is my hot take, I don't think Victor is actually that strong right now. But the thing about Victor is, I'm gonna change the music really quick. The thing about Victor is he plays Tekken 8 and he has like a lot of like really, what he does have, he doesn't have a lot, but what he does have is super oppressive. Up 1+2 while you're in heat, the Explosion does 25 damage on block. It's basically unsteppable. I've tried sidewalking it before. I'm not able to step it. But that aside, his heat engagers might be the best in the game. I don't think people talk about how insanely ridiculous Victor's heat engagers are. I think it's back 1+2, like the really quick like knife one where like he goes back and stuff. Super fast, has armor. All of his moves, armor, safe, heat engagers. His heat engagers are like ridiculous. Yeah, the, what is it? The up 1+2 while you're in heat does ridiculous damage on block. He has some of the best heat engagers in the game. Again, I don't think Victor's particularly good. I don't know if it's 25, but it's a lot. It might be like 20. I don't know if Victor is particularly strong right now, but all of his Power Crush Heat Engagers are safe. His lows are okay. Yeah, he's just like he's so gimmicky. You can like you can like loop the stance into itself. Like I don't know. He could be here. Cause I don't know. Part of me wants to put him a little bit lower just because of I don't think he's very strong. But nah, Victor's too much. Like it just feels like this character is just such bullshit in this game. You just turn your brain off. I think that's a fine place for him. Feng Wei. Fucking free wins. Jesus Christ, Feng Wei is just free wins. You could argue that you couldn't get any more free win than Feng Wei. While he is a little bit complicated, the win rate speaks for itself. He has the highest win rate in the game by a lot. Everyone's playing him. It's rough. Like, it is really, really, really rough on this character. Feng Wei, down back 4, is it down back 4, the low that everyone spams, has Cap. Feng is pretty honest. Feng Wei is not honest. Feng Wei is bullshit cheese. This character has everything, literally everything. He might be a little bit hard to play, but in terms of him being honest, like, I don't know. Kenpo is ridiculous. The new move he has while in heat is ridiculous. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Feng Wei is fake honest. This character feels like he's too much. He could be here, but I don't know. I feel like Feng Wei is just... I mean, I feel like we can look at if we look at the win rate statistics, they say a lot about what's going on. And Feng Wei having... it's Kenpo, it's all of his oppressive lows. Granted, his lows are all unsafe, but he has amazing lows. Some of the best poking in the game, some of the best strings in the game. He's like, if you don't know the matchup, you're just fucked. I think you're just fucked. So, yeah. And again, highest win rate in the game in ranked. Most dishonest, but calling him an honest character isn't, yeah, like, yeah, he's a lot. Every character is dishonest in Tekken 8? Yeah, of course. But I'm just talking about, like, some characters are dishonest, but they still, like, struggle. If you play Feng Wei in ranked, like, I feel like Feng Wei is one of the easiest characters to rank up with. And again, that's, like, at the end of the day, that's what this tier list is about. The easiest characters to win with in ranked. Like, how cheap they are. So, Azucena, yeah. Azucena on top. Azucena is the queen of cheese. Up there with June. Oh, by the way, this is unordered. I should have mentioned this before, but this is completely unordered between tiers. She, while running 3-2, is bullshit. You can step and duck it, but if you're up close, good luck stepping and ducking it. You really can't. Bullshit counter hit launchers, bullshit heat engagers, bullshit strings, bullshit poking. Azucena is just like, oh my god, this character is too much. This character is too much. Like, she needs to be toned down. She definitely needs to be toned down. Anyway, Alyssa, Jesus Christ. Alyssa, high A arguably. No, Alyssa is just S. Alyssa has been S in every single game. Alyssa is always going to be S no matter what. The nature of her kit. And in my opinion, she's better than she's ever been before in Tekken 8. She was already really strong in 7. I think she's way better now. Forces guesses. Just chainsaw, chainsaw, chainsaw. Strings, strings, strings. Unlimited pressure. This character is... So basically, what I'm saying is that if you guys just want to get to a really high rank, pick any of these characters and you will just do it. Like, you will just do it. Yeah. Alyssa players are like... No hate to Alyssa players, but Alyssa players are up there with Hwoarang players when it comes to lack of defense. When I see Alyssa players in ranked, in high blue ranks, I fought a Tekken King one the other day in ranked, and they just didn't block. Like I'm not exaggerating. They did not hold back. I was spamming 2-1-4 on Jin, and they got hit by it every single... They just don't hold back. They don't block low, they don't hold back, they don't break throws. It's like, this character... And again, no hate. Move chat? Actually, I could move it down. I'll make it a little bit smaller, probably. That's probably a good idea. Where's a good place to put it? I can put it here, actually. Yeah, so it's not blocking chat. I'll put it there. Make it a little bit bigger. But... yeah, Alyssa players, I think Alyssa and Hwoarang are the characters who, like, consistently do not have fundamentals when I run into them in rank. And hey, I'm not trying to hate on all of you guys. I'm not saying all of you guys don't. I'm sure there's a lot of you guys who do. But it's just, like, a numbers game. From what I've seen, most of these just don't have fundies. So, yeah. I'd say, actually, most Feng Wei players kind of have fundies, even though he's really cheap. Most King players kind of have fundies, so we could maybe move King down. I'm not sure. Nina. I'm sorry. You Nina players are gonna fucking hate me, but you know, I'm just gonna take it. Nina players dislike the video. Your character is bullshit, especially in this game. It's unreal how it's unreal how much this character does for you. It's like absolutely ridiculous how much this character does for you. She might be hard, but strings upon strings upon strings, sidestep cancel, low high strings, constant lows. Like, I don't know. I feel like this character just like she just breeds like lack of fundamentals and free wins in ranked play. Yeah, I feel like this character is just like super free wins. Can opener is annoying to deal with. It's not that bad, but like, I don't know. I feel like this character, and labbing her is really hard because she has so much. So yeah, it's pretty, but you know what? Nina's really good in this game. It makes sense. Yeah, these characters are pretty insane. Who else do we have? Lily, you could argue Lily goes here or here. I'm not exactly sure. You could definitely argue Lily goes in either of these spots. I want to say Lily's not as bad as these characters, although I know in ranked a lot of Lily players like spam a lot of shits. But I feel like Lily generally has a little bit more fundies. Like Lily players use a little bit more fundamentals. So I could, yeah, I'd probably put Lily here. Although you could make an argument. I'd probably put her here. I'm okay with easy wins. Lily relies on fundies. Yeah, she does rely on fundamentals, but the character does have a lot in this game. Yeah, I'm okay with easy wins. It's just a lot of the back turn shit can feel super cheesy. Law is gonna be between here and here. I know a lot of players in low ranks absolutely despise Law, and Law is like super strong in this game. Easy wins, borderline free. I feel like Law could be in free. I know a lot of people online really struggle against this character. He's super strong in this game. He's super easy. Is this overall or high level? It's kind of like, yeah, it's probably going to be like mid to high level in ranks. So I'm just like red ranks, probably around red ranks, blue ranks, purple ranks, like that kind of area is where I'm basing this tier list off of. Law is super mashy. But is Law as bad as these characters up here? You could definitely make an argument for it. I could see him going in either of these. Law is free because of connection. Alright, yeah, you know what? Law is here, but if the Law's on Wi-Fi, they're here. Okay, that's the deal. I think Law's about here. Lars is definitely free. I don't care what anyone says. He's being downplayed so bad right now. No. I don't think Lars is... Lars is definitely not anywhere near these characters. If you know how to just down forward one him out of his pressure, I feel like Lars is nowhere near these characters, even though he is. And again, this has nothing to do with tier list because I think Lars is like super strong right now. Like I think Lars is really strong, but I mean it's just like he has a lot of stance pressure, mix-ups. I don't think he's nearly as cheap as these guys. He's here or here. I could put him in average though. I could see Lars going in average. Yeah. Has some brain dead aspects, but yeah. Okay. I think Lars could go in average. Listen, we're gonna need some people in average so the YouTube comments don't kill me. Lars lows and jump grab with the sonic movement is hell. Main problem is you basically can't step on Lars while he's super infuriating. That is true, although I feel like he hasn't been labbed enough. Some of the stuff you absolutely can step, but yeah, a lot of his pressure you just have to eat it. But also, a lot of Lars's pressure on block is fake, is like really fake, and a lot of people don't know about it. But then again, yeah, if you go into ranked, it's probably going to be pretty easy. What is Lars's win rate like? I'd be curious to know. Are Lars players struggling right now, or are they not? I'm not actually sure. Can't step. Is Lars? No, you know what? I can't see Lars going in the same tier as. Maybe I'd move Jack down even a little bit. I'd consider moving Jack down like this, then having. This seems okay to me. Because we do need some characters in average. Okay. Jin, average. I'm sorry. Full bias incoming, so feel free to ignore my opinion, dislike the video, and send me death threats, because I know you're going to do that anyway. Jin he's the reason I made this video. He's my main. I think he plays pretty damn fair in this game. That's not to say he doesn't have bullshit. Down 2 is absolutely ridiculous. Some of his setups off of like down forward 2 into electric, down forward 2 into up forward 2 is like pretty broken. He has a lot of like super OP setups like that. But Jin feels like he's playing super honest Tekken compared to some of these guys. Now, that's not to say that playing honest Tekken, he still might not be playing honest Tekken, but compared to these guys, I don't think you can compare. Like, okay, actually, if you want me to validate my take, because again, full bias, you can completely ignore my opinion, and that's perfectly fine. I think you guys should ignore my opinion on this one, but let's look at this. Law has way more bullshit strings. Lily has way more bullshit strings. Devil Jin really doesn't, but we ranked him here for the heat. Yoshi has tons of bullshit strings. All of these characters have ridiculous bullshit strings where if you don't know the matchup, you were just over. I don't think Jin has any bullshit strings, actually at all. If you can, feel free to disagree with me. Maybe you just don't know the character. But in terms of Jin having strings, he has nothing. He has 2-1-4, which gives a down 2 on counter, and that's it. He has down 2, which is an insane... But like, when we look at Jin, he's super OP and he's super cheap, but all of his cheap stuff are like basic fundamental tools. Like, I don't believe that you could get to a high rank on Jin if you're an unskilled player. I just don't believe it. 2-1-4 is strong though. Yeah, it's strong, but it's not like a counter hit launcher, like super evasive. The setups count as BS strings. They could, but again, most of the setups are just down forward 2 electric and down forward 2 CD1 to avoid jab. I mean, I guess he does have something, but the thing is, we're gonna need to rank some characters average, and every character in Tekken 8 has something. Like, I know as soon as I rank Kazuya, some of you motherfuckers in the chat are gonna be like, no, Kazuya should be here. Kazuya is cheap. Like, so at the end of the day, every character has something in this game. I feel like Jin is definitely average. In terms of, I can't see Jin having as much bullshit as any of the characters above here. I just can't. Even though he is really strong. Again, this has nothing to do with character viability. I think Jin is insanely busted. I think Jin is ridiculously busted. Arguably better than Devil Jin. I'm not a down player. I think my character is insanely broken, but he still is playing honest Tekken, and I think you need fundamentals to do well on him. Frey wins is 2 full. Yeah, I'm gonna rearrange some of this later. We could probably move King down, maybe. I don't know. Because actually, you gotta work hard besides Hell Sweep. Yeah, but people are gonna disagree. I think Kazuya is probably here or here. We could get rid of. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of. I could get rid of this tier. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this tier. Again, like I just said, a lot of you guys are gonna disagree and say, "Oh, Kazuya's cheap because 50-50." You guys have no idea how many comments I get in each of my videos from people who are like insanely angry, being like, "Oh, why'd you say Kazuya's honest? Kazuya is so bullshit. Kazuya is so cheap." And I'm just like. Kazuya is just Tekken. Like, you could say 50-50 is bullshit, but I'm inclined to just completely disagree. Like, completely disagree. I think Kazuya is like... I think Kazuya players are struggling in this game. They gave him Demon Paw, which is really nice and helped out, and his 50-50 is good, but all of these characters above are just so much easier to gain points with. Just so much easier to gain points with. Kazuya always has a really low win rate in ranked. And you'll notice that this list is going to be kind of similar to the win rates in ranked because it goes along with it. You could argue Jin goes lower just because Jin has a really low win rate as well. Paul is pretty average. I'm sorry. Paul's pretty average. I don't think... This is my hot take. You guys are all going to disagree. I know a lot of players who are low level in Tekken or new hate Paul. They go, oh, Paul's super dishonest. Paul's very honest in this game. I think Paul's very honest. Kind of similar to Jin. Jin probably has a little bit more bullshit than Paul. Yeah. Paul's just heat engagers. If you're like, oh, I'm struggling with Death Fist Demo Man 50-50, I'm sorry. It's probably just a skill issue. I feel like Paul is super... He stops being easy way before the higher tiers. Yeah, like, Paul might be easy in low ranks when you can just spam Demo Man and all that bullshit. I will say Paul's guard break is pretty OP, but again, every character in this game has something that's OP that makes them easy. Every character does. Jack does, Lars does, Jin does, so some characters do need to be put in average. The way I'm doing this is I'm compare Paul to all the characters in this list, in this tier, and this tier. I just don't think any of these characters are on the same level as these characters. In my opinion, I just don't think so. I don't think so at all. The damage is not honest. Damage has nothing to do with the character being honest. His damage is high, but First of all, his damage is lower than Dragunov. His damage is lower than Zhao Yu. His damage is lower than a lot of these characters. But even though he has high damage, it doesn't matter. He needs to land a down forward too. He needs a counter hit. Like, yeah, I think I think Paul's. Try it then. If you guys want to come here and say, you know what, Jin and Paul are super brain dead, try getting to Fujin, or not even Fujin, because Fujin's easy to get to these days. Try getting to Tekken King with Paul and Jin, and then come back and if you come back to the stream and you want to say, you know what, it was easy, then I'll disagree and I'll concede my point. But I think these characters, in order to rank up with, are a lot harder. A lot harder. Leroy is struggling. Even though he is a little bit cheesy, he does have like some gimmicky strings. I'm sorry, Leroy is struggling. Everyone just mashes on you. Your parries just don't work properly. You can't parry the heat smash. Every single character is 2-tap in this game. Yeah, exactly. The high damage argument doesn't really matter. Leroy plays on life support. He needs his own tier. Well, here's the thing though. Again, I want to be very clear. This has nothing to do with difficulty. Or sorry, this has nothing to do with viability. Because if you want to argue that Leroy's like super cheesy, because even though he's dog shit, and don't get me wrong, this character is dog shit, you could still make the argument that he has a lot of bullshit strings and matchup checks. But I don't know. I just think he's struggling so much in this game. It's just everything about it. His damage feels weak. Even his strings, he just feels so nerfed. This is one where like I feel like him being bad ties directly into him struggling in ranked. But again, I want to emphasize that not all bad characters are... Again, tier lists don't really mean anything in ranked. But for Leroy, he just has so many issues dragging him down. I think this character is a struggle. Claudio is... here, between here or here. Claudio mains are also struggling. Claudio mains are also really, really struggling. I feel like this character is too honest for his own good. I feel like he's a really strong character, but I feel like there's no way you're getting a high rank on Claudio without being a super talented Tekken player. Claudio has a high win rate though? Damn, is that true? You might be right. Shit, you might be right. I don't know, just like instinctively, it feels like you have to work a lot harder on Claudio. I guess Wall Running 2 is pretty cheesy, but like he just has basic moves, pretty shit lows. Besides like sidestep 4. Cloud and Claudio should be in the bottom tier here. No mix at all. They're like 2 Claudio players. Yeah, he's super uncommon. But then again, him being uncommon makes him a little bit easier. Yeah, I feel like his win rate... Yeah, you're right. Him having a really high win rate means I kind of don't... I feel uncomfortable putting him down here. I feel like it's probably around average. Yeah. Asuka is... Huh. Does anyone have the stats on hand? Because I'd be curious to see what Asuka's win rate is like. Oh, Asuka is at the very bottom. Wow. She's bottom 6 win rate total. So if you count all ranks, she's in the bottom 6. That's really surprising. Wow. Okay, what about high rank? I'm guessing she gets lower, right? In higher ranks, she is... Why is it sideways? This is so annoying. She's a slightly higher, but still like, what, bottom 10. Yeah, so in terms of her win rate, she feels pretty weak. It feels really... Yeah, exactly. Her back three alone should put her in law tier. Yeah, Kelly King is right. Like, as someone who played Tekken 7 and who's always, like, hated Asuka, it feels wrong to rank Asuka here. She's like, yeah, it feels like she's super cheesy. Back three is insane. But then again, you could argue Claudio Hop Kick is basically the same thing. But I don't know, it feels like the win rate just speaks for itself. The win rate stat is like a great thing to reference for this list. It's a really, really great thing. Maybe I'll pull up the win rate after this and I'm looking at the advanced one right now, by the way, and reference it. Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, my head is like exploding, guys. Asuka, she's so cheesy. She's always been the bullshit cheesy character. But yeah, it feels wrong, but I'd probably put her between average and here. She could go anywhere from here to here. It's unordered again, but she'd probably be at the top of average. Played both of them for a bit, and Lily is definitely easier to win with than Asuka. Yeah, Lily feels a lot easier to win with than Asuka right now. A lot easier. Okay, who do I want to talk about first? Reina is between average and struggling. I know, I'm sorry, this is a character I actually know a lot about. you guys who think Reina is super gimmicky, this character has to work really, 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 really hard. Really hard. And you're right in saying she does have a lot of strings and she does have a lot of gimmicks, but she has a lot of strings, but the amount of like moves you need on this character, and I feel like her win rate's pretty low. I feel like Reina players are getting fucked right now. Hold on. In terms of the win rate, she is... Okay, she's the last place. But again, a lot of people made the comments of, if you look at the all win rate, it's because a lot of beginner players, because she's so popular, a lot of beginner players are dragging her down. So let's look at, if we just look at the advanced one, so just higher ranks, not including new players, she goes up a little bit. She goes up to number 7. So she's the 7 lowest win rate in the game. It does mental damage, not health bar damage to me anyway. Yeah, it feels like Reina players are struggling. In my opinion, Reina is the new Jin of... Because if anyone played Tekken 7, Jin was the character who everyone's like super broken, super OP, but she's super hard and they all get fucked online. Reina's the new Jin in this game, in my opinion. She does have the spinning shit, but I'm like... Okay, again, the whole list is based off of like... This whole list is based off of how easy would it be to get to a high rank with these characters. So if we're thinking... If you, as a viewer, you watching this, I'm talking to you. If you picked up a character and you wanted to get to Tekken King, which character would be easiest for you to do it with? I don't feel like Reina would come to your mind if you wanted to do this. It feels wrong to me. Like, I feel like or me, I'll use me as an example. If I just wanted to get to a free rank with no effort, I feel like she'd be so low on that list of characters you'd actually want to pick up. I can't, like, all of these characters would be, like, 1,000 points ahead of Azucena. Like, I can't see Reina being there. I can't see it. Even if she is broken, it feels like you have to work really, really hard. For sure, not an easy character. Well, it doesn't have to do with being an easy character. I think King is a pretty hard character, but it's just, if you do put the work on King, he's so insanely easy to win with. I feel like she'd have to be average. Okay, Brian Fury. Probably average. You can make the argument you have to work way too hard. I feel like Brian, again, if I'm trying to rank up, am I picking Brian? Absolutely not. I feel like I'd pick every single character above average over Brian. Because he's difficult, but not just because he's difficult. It just feels like, I mean, I guess you could argue he does have a lot of counter hit utility. Let me think about this. Would it be easier to rank up with Brian than Reina? Yes, probably. Claudio, yes. Paul, yes. Jin, yes. Jack, I'm not sure. Lars, I'm not sure. Asuka, I'm not sure. Snake Edge hitting or not hitting. Okay, ignore Snake Edge. Dude, Snake Edge is dog shit. Are you guys really getting hit by Snake Edge? Jesus, that move is like fucking 30 frames. He should be an easy. I'll put him in average for now. But I might move him. Raven is easy wins. Raven is super easy wins, mainly just because of how no one plays this character. It doesn't matter if the character's viability. Raven is easy wins because he's one of the most least popular. I think he's like top 5 least popular characters. Absolutely no one knows the matchup. He has so many strings, so many bullshit lows. He has like a ton of bullshit like that. Yeah. I think Raven, he has to be an easy wins just because of the nature of his kit. You need to know the matchup really well, and it's impossible to learn the matchup because no one plays the character. Okay. Leo is... pretty easy. I feel like Leo players get away with so much bullshit, mainly just because the character is so uncommon. No one really knows how the character works. It's hard to say for sure. A lot of strings. It's really, really hard to know when to press against this character. I also think Leo is pretty underrated in this game right now. Could be an average. No, but I feel like the nature of the character can feel really, really, really tough, especially with how uncommon they are. So Leo in easy wins. Lee is bottom. Back 1-4 Lona puts her in easy. Yeah, back 4-1's pretty rough. It feels like this character has a lot of matchup checks. But I could be wrong. Again, I could be wrong. This could be here. This spot feels fine for now. Shouldn't not knowing when to press and have them also make them hella free. Yeah, it's that. Their strings are super complicated to learn. A lot of people don't know the matchup. I've been labbing it a little bit. I also just think Leo's really strong, especially at the wall. Has some pretty ridiculous wall stuff. But are they as gimmicky as these characters? I do not think so. Shaheen is average. I'm sorry if you guys disagree. I don't know what to tell you. Shaheen plays pretty damn honest Tekken, even though he is very strong. And he is kind of unpopular, so a lot of people don't know the matchup. But I just disagree. When people are saying, like, Shaheen tax, I just disagree. I really do not think he has many matchup checks at all. Some people say Slide is a matchup check. I just completely disagree with that. I don't know. I think I'd just be disagreeing with most of you guys. I think Shaheen plays pretty honest. To work very hard on this character. Okay, Steve is an interesting one, because if we're just going by the definition, you do have to work very hard on Steve. However, I think Steve, if you don't know the matchup, it can be really rough. It can be really rough if you don't know what's going on. He has a lot of, his new guard break's pretty good. His throw at the wall, it's like, what, like a 10 frame break window or 12 frames? But you could make an argument for Steve going down here. It feels like, I guess, seems like Steve gets a lot harder the higher rank you go. So I don't know. Steve could be down here. Steve could be down here. Not many good launchers. Yeah, exactly. I mean, okay, this isn't just a skill tier list. I mean, I guess it technically kind of is. Yeah, I like Steve going here. But if you want to make an argument, that Steve's down here, I am inclined to agree with you. But average seems okay to me. Lee is pretty average. My opinion's been changed. Listen, the Lee mains convinced me. In one of my tier lists I made, like, what is it, like a month ago, I said Lee was super easy to win with, and I think I've actually changed my mind. You guys convinced me. A lot of his stuff seems really difficult. That's not to say that he doesn't have some matchup checks, but again, every character has some matchup checks. There's no character in this game that doesn't have some bullshit. It's just compared to a lot of these other characters, I just don't feel like he's on the same level in terms of how easy it is just to rank up and just to win super easily. I fight Lee for bottom tier. Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Boom. 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 Okay, who are we missing? I think I'm okay with this. Brian could go down here, maybe. Maybe. And just to, normal. There we go. I'm pretty happy with this. How exactly is this heat strong? You get a linear launch, punishable heat smash, and free just frame. Just okay, but the thing is, it's like I think Lee is really hard, but it's the human error. Getting rid of the human error while you're in heat is super beneficial for him, making a lot of stuff safer, making a lot of stuff a lot stronger. Brian down as well. You know what? Yeah, fair enough. I agree. Zafina is easy wins. I'm sorry. If you disagree, you are wrong. Zafina is bullshit. Even though she might not be as strong, she's nowhere near as strong as she was in Tekken 7. But if you don't know the matchup, good luck. You are losing your points. You are getting fucked. And how are you going to learn the matchup when only one person on the planet plays her? Good luck. Good luck learning the matchup. If you didn't play Tekken 7, get fucked. Literally, get fucked. You're not going to learn the matchup. It's best of 5. Or sorry, it's best of 3. Ranked mode is now locked to best of 3. At least in Tekken 7. When once in a blue moon you run into a Zafina player, you can just keep rematching and at least learn something. Now, enjoy your best of 3. You'll see her again in 6 months. Good luck. Nah, no fucking way, bro. No way. Distinguish between tiers. It really is. S tier, top 10, and moving others down. No, because I can't. I feel like I can't justify putting... The only character I could justify putting back in the bottom tier is Zafina, who I just moved up. But I feel like all these other characters are a step above these characters. Yeah. I'm pretty happy. I think I'm pretty happy with this. Very strong below Fujin. But again, I'd say any of you guys in chat, if you say, you know what, I'm going to put some time into Kuma, or I'm going to put some time into Xiaoyu or Horeng, any of you guys could get Fujin. So go do it. You know what? Fuck it, bro. Or, you know what you could also do? You could also just get to Tekken God by just plugging every time you lose. Because Harada is dog shit, and Bandai Namco is a dog shit company who doesn't punish you for plugging. Ranks mean nothing anyway. Why am I talking about this? Ranks literally mean nothing. You can just plug and get whatever rank you want. So this whole tier list doesn't mean anything anyway. You can just plug and get whatever rank you want. Amazing game design. Amazing game design. Like, ranks mean fuck all anyway. Ranks literally mean nothing.